The contract news that we've just been discussing and the signings that have been made over the past week, just that extra little wrinkle to what's there already the oldest rivalry in football, the most exciting rivalry in football. Always a real ding-dong battle in the NFC North. And my co-host Ollie Hunter is a Green Bay fan, so I always enjoy watching him go through the ringer as well.
I really do.
It's genuinely, it's like an emotional roller coaster, and I have no dog in the fight. It's a wonderful thing to see.
I think you're actually
pure passion.
You're a secret Green Bay fan.
No.
You are.
Not even
secretly.
Not even
because of Aaron Rodgers.
Well, obviously, everyone loves Aaron Rodgers. If you don't love watching that man throw football,
then you don't like football.
Then you don't like football. Right, joining us now to talk about this game, upcoming game this weekend, and to preview the season in the NFC North, Pete Doherty, Packers columnist for the Green Bay Press Gazette. Very good morning to you, Pete. Thank you for taking the time out to speak with us.
Oh, thanks for having me. How are things?
Yeah, things are good. We're hyped. We've been waiting, whatever it is at this point, 86 weeks, something like that, since we left Minnesota.
86 weeks?
Yes, I understand. It's called an exaggeration.
Oh, right, okay.
We are pumped and ready for football to come back, and we always have a bit of an argument amongst the guys that we do the show with, that actually in week one, why are we wasting the good divisional matchups? We don't care if you give us, you give us Browns Titans on TV and we'd be happy just because it's football's back. But it has to be said, Packers there, with everything else that's gone on this week, is looking like absolutely the game to win.
Yeah, they like the league, I'm sure they look at this week by week. They especially want to start the season with the bang. They want to, they close it with division games. They want huge games, at Thanksgiving, around some of the holidays. But they want to start it out with some big games. So that's got to be part of the thinking, is just to, draw everybody in right away. Because you're right. I mean, I would think the ratings would be high no matter what, because it's a real football game for the first time in half a year.
Pete, what's Lambeau Field like? What's Green Bay like when the Bears come to town under the lights with the TV there, the nation, the world watching? What's it like come kickoff?
It's this is an old rivalry, and it goes, obviously back to the, 1919, 1920 in there, and Hallis and Lambeau each thought the other was spying on them, and, on their practices, and I mean, it's a pretty wild history. The thing is, the Bears just haven't been real good, since they had those great teams in the 80s with McMahon, the Super Bowl team and all that. So the Bears actually aren't the biggest rival. It's probably, it's the Vikings right now. They're also next door, to the west of Wisconsin. And there's, a lot of Packers fans on the western side of the state, Vikings fans in the city. So that's probably the bigger rival. But things are, maybe getting more interesting now with Khalil Mack going to Chicago. That defense will take another notch up. And if Trubisky's any good, maybe the Bears will have something going for them.
How much stock is there in the idea that, we were talking about this before the break, if anyone's joined us, the Chicago Bears have signed arguably one of the premier pass rushers in the NFL in Khalil Mack. They've given up a bit of a king's ransom for the player, but there was a lot of rumours that Green Bay was another landing spot for him. Was that ever on the table?
Yeah, I think so. Things it made for a pretty interesting week around here. It sounds like, one source I talked to told me that he works for a different team that was in on the Max sweepstakes. He said the Packers offered 2-1. That's what he had heard. But then I talked to somebody else last night who said that he heard it was a 1 and some other picks, and I think that's the more accurate. So they were in it. The Bears had, offered more ammo because those high picks, those 2 first-rounders could be, if Trubisky isn't any good, and you're Oakland, you're thinking, well, those picks could even maybe be top 10. The Bears might only win 5 or 6 games, even with Mack, if Trubisky's not any good. You get different opinions depending on who you talk to. I'm of the opinion the Packers should have offered a couple 1s, and if it came to it, maybe even a 3 on top of that. I'm on the extreme end there. I don't think I'm probably in the minority. There are other people who think you got to bow out at an earlier point like they did. I just think it's like a guy that good, it's so rare when they're available. And at age 27, so he's still in his prime, that if you get the chance and you have a great quarterback, he would help the Packers, in my opinion. I mean, he'd help the Packers more than the Bears, because the Bears could still be a bad team without him. But you put him on the Packers, and maybe that's enough to win you a game against Tom Brady or, an NFC Championship or a Super Bowl where he might make a big play or two that helps that win you the game.
He's absolutely what the Packers need, especially with the downturn in form of Clay Matthews over the last couple of years. Aaron Rodgers just signed a mega money deal